what's going to happen on Thursday? You're free to tell people, right? Yeah. So I was involved in an espionage case that involved Coca-Cola can linings, and I represented the defendant, and she was accused of giving away trade secrets. And then we started looking at the NDAs that these companies had, and most of them had expiration dates, and often did not mention trade secrets at all. So it was a surprising mistake for very large companies with big time legal departments to do that wrong. So a lot of times startups will say, we'll try to get NDA signed. They'll go to LegalZoom or just grab one off the internet, but you really want to specify a trade secret in that agreement and make sure there's no expiration for the trade secret part of it, which is easy to do.
Okay. That's good to know. In that regard as well, I don't know if she was an employee, but what are red flags with work for hire agreements, like where you're contracting out and working with a variety of different parties? How can that put a company's IP at risk? I mean, how do you also cover for that type of?
Yeah, if you use contractors, you want to make sure that they have assigned their rights to whatever they're doing to you, to your company. So that's important. And part of that, people will use a work for hire agreement for the copyright part of it and say, yeah, so this is a work for hire. But most people, or a lot of people, don't know that work for hire does not cover software. The Congress has had many chances to add that in and have been very clear that it is not part of work for hire. So sometimes, again, people will just grab a standard agreement, or they'll use a lawyer who's not an IP lawyer, and they'll do a work for hire and fail to include provisions that if it is not covered by work for hire, this is an actual assignment of these rights to the company. So you really have to be careful with these agreements. It's tempting to just grab a template off the internet and use it, but that could be a big mistake.